Hello again, everybody. It's Harry Boxer, the technical trader at thetechtrader.com. It's Thursday, the 25th of April. These are the charts of the day. Pretty good day on Wall Street. Nasdaq stocks particularly rallied nicely, and a lot of stocks we followed did well. AXsome, which is a swing since it broke out and pulled back here in January, has moved from about 7 to 17 over 16 3/4 anyway. Today's high 16.96. And if it gets through here, we might see 21 pretty quickly. Stay tuned. AXTI popped today. This is a semiconductor stock we loved in here. You can see how it rolled over and came all the way back from 1085 roughly down into the 3 3/4 range before bouncing. Today's pop and breakout on 2.2 million I think was significant enough in that it took out resistance and at this point and tested the next resistance level right up in that zone. I'm looking for a move to 6 3/4 and eventually maybe as high as 8. That would be a run up into this zone right about there. CPRX is flying, particularly today when it broke out of a month-long wedge that tells me we going higher. 7, 7.5, 8, something like that, short term. CVI popped a key resistance level, and this energy stock has some additional resistance to take out from a year ago in May when it traded up to 46 and change. We're addressed underneath that. And if this is what it looks like, in other words, if this is a long-term rising channel right there, and that's the channel bottom, and this would be the channel top roughly, you can see where this might go, particularly if it takes out the near-term resistance in that zone there. So you can see that we're going to need to get this over 51, 1.5 range to really get it going. Mid-channel targets 59.60, and then we're looking at high 70s, low 80s potentially down the road. PHAS, nice pop breakaway type move out of a wedge. There's a wedge. Yesterday it popped, today it fell through big time. My target zone is going to be 57.8. MIME. Looks like that's about to explode one more time. After the big run up in December, January, February, it's been platforming. You can see that any move above here, above the 52 zone, this can fly into the high 50s, maybe even low to mid 60s. PHAS. Take a look at the wedge that formed. Yes, it's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-way move, and it may not be as reliable, but should it break out and run, particularly across 14.5, this thing could be 19 or 20. Right in that area. Pinterest, well, since it came out, it's been a monster. Take a look at this. Run up wedge, that's a 1, 2. This is a 3, maybe 4 starting. It may need several more hours in consolidating, but I think eventually we're going to look for 31, 32. Steve Madden with a big pop and a breakout day today. It did pull way back to the breakout point, so it may not be as vital a breakout, but I would have to say it's worth watching because if it does hold there, it starts to edge up. I think tomorrow is going to be an important day for it. But that's kind of an inside day, but a positive one is up around 36, 36.5. The next target might be close to 40. SWAB swing, which you put on a week ago, and around the 30.5 range is blew all the way up to 41.17 today for a great swing trade so far. The target now is 43 and 48, 47.5, something like that. Travel Zoo with another big day, with a big day today after breaking out of a coil and exploding for 294 at 20%. Line was 300,000, which isn't big, but for that stock it is. And I think if it can get through the 18.5 range, we're going to look at 21, 22 pretty quickly. Upland Software, one of my old swings from way back in here, really worked well as it popped this breakaway gap. I spent a month consolidating before the breakout 2-3 days ago. The pullback retested and filled the gap and then reversed. See that reversal day? I'm looking for a move up towards 51, 52 zone. That's my next target. And finally, Zine, still moving out of that wedge for the 4th day in a row, has edged up a little bit more, 32 cents or 3%. I got a target around, at this point, let's call it 11.5 and then 13. And that's it for tonight, everybody. Have a good evening, and let's make some money. Tomorrow is Friday.